Hey guys, if you have the new DJI FPV drone and you're shooting a lot of 4K footage, you may have encountered I wouldn't call it an issue, but it's a limitation of memory cards where the files get broken up into chunks that are smaller than, I guess it's like 4 gigabytes. These are all 3.51 gigabytes. They're all the same clip. It's just this is the first one, this is the middle part of the clip, and this is the last part of the clip. So if you wanted to get these onto YouTube, you would normally put these into a video editor like Resolve or Premiere, and then you would put them together. And then if you wanted to do any cuts and edits, transitions, or color, you would do it there. But the problem with doing that is it takes processing power for one, and that also you lose a little bit of quality unless you're doing some kind of lossless encoding, and then you get these massive files, and YouTube doesn't like that. So in order to play nice with YouTube and to be as fast and I guess you could say lazy as possible, if you want to just take your footage and put it up to YouTube in one big chunk, you can actually join them together. And the program I use for that is AVIDEMUX, and I just found out about this yesterday. It's free. You can get it here, avidemux.org. And it's really easy. How I do this is I'll start with, I need to do these two files together here. And it will work with 3, 4, 5 chunks. It all works with as many pieces that you want to append together as you want. You can do it all. So we're going to do these two though. So we'll say open. I'll find the folder I have it saved. Ridge surfing to failsafes. By the way, this file will be up online later. And then we're going to go into append. So we've got the first file opened, and now we want to append to that. So the first one we have was 7.8. We're going to append 7.9 to that. And so now my footage is twice as long. Well, almost twice as long. Now, if you want to, at this point, you can actually skip by keyframes here. And if you wanted to set a new start point, you could do that. Similarly, you could set an end point. So that way you can kind of bookend your footage, get rid of where you're taking off or landing. Sometimes you might not want to reveal where you are. I don't know. Once you do that, you're going to set video output to copy, audio output to copy. By default, this will probably be on the MKV muxer. I'm going to leave it on MP4 muxer just because if you ever want to take it into the editor, I know Resolve, for me at least, has had an issue with the MKV container format before, so I'll just leave it like this. And now all you have to do is hit save. You're going to save it where you want it, name it, and that's it. This actually goes pretty quickly. It's, as far as I know, it's not transcoding it. It's literally just copying it together and repacking the container. So it works pretty quickly. One thing I have noticed, if you're doing like 4 or 5 segments together and you're talking about like a 10 plus gigabyte output file, it will sometimes hang at 99%, and you'll just see it hanging, saying like it's got a second remaining. And that second, I don't know, I walked away and come back like 20 minutes later and it was still there. So don't get discouraged, just leave it. As you can see, it's below normal priority, so you can just kind of like forget about it. You can even minimize this thing. And then when you come back to it, it'll be done. And then you can upload the whole thing to YouTube, and YouTube will have the full quality to work with to be able to get the best look in 4K and all the other resolutions underneath that. So again, I don't know if I mentioned this. This will work with other footage too, like if you have GoPro footage or any other action camera that's recording in segments. All right, so this is done. And now I'm going to put it up to YouTube, and I'm not going to do any video editing or coloring or anything like that. By the way, if you want to do like editing in the editor, want to do color and all that kind of stuff, I want to recommend my buddy Chris Sullivan. He knows a lot about Resolve. He does all these videos on Resolve. He also is into FPV, And if you want to learn how to use Resolve, you should just gotta watch his videos. In fact, I gave him some footage from the camera on the DJI, so pretty soon he'll probably be putting up a video on how to do color with that. But in the meantime, check him out anyway, because I learned a lot from Sully. Have a good day, guys.